Hello everyone, welcome back to Command Wolf Gaming. I'm CWG and welcome to... I have no idea what we're doing. No, we're doing Wargroove. I told you guys I'm going to be stepping away from Assassin's Creed Shadow from doing it every single night to just like every maybe once a week. Not sure when I'm going to do it, most likely on Friday nights because obviously it's a longer type of game, and then we'll be picking up other stuff for Wednesday night, and typically Monday night will be our typical live streams with the boys. For some reason we didn't get to it this week, so whatever. Now I don't know. I think I was facing Caesar once again encounters those pesky outlaws. I kind of forget where I was at. I think I was doing something with Ragnas. So let's do that one. I think we already did this. Alright, I am going to be skipping a lot of the cutscenes here because I don't really care about them. Well, I care about them, but not in the sense... okay, so I think I remember this. Okay, we were... yeah, that's right. We were, sorry, gotta remember the my controller fingers. Let's see. Gotta go... Damn it. It's gonna... Oh, I can't afford that. I can do that. And boom. And load up. Wait. Move you that way. Oh.
This is mine now!
Let's get another dread sword. I am actually extremely tired today, Dejert. How are you doing today, though? And you will be back. There you go. Copy that. You are back. I thought I had that word banned. Maybe it's under creative dashboard. Creative dashboard. Oh, got to do that over here. Fuck it, just chatting. save. I don't feel like going through shit here. Boom. Obviously promote. There we go. That's the way. Boom. I'm just gonna keep adding words and hopefully block all these fucking computer generated bullshit things. What was it doing? I'm okay going to cook some vitals right away. Maybe early bed tonight, examine on any kind of report. Yeah, same here. I didn't want to dive into I'm feeling boring in a way, so it works. Yeah. I'm actually kind of in the same boat. I gotta get to bed early today. I gotta deal with some stuff tomorrow morning. So it's just like the early to bed, early to rise type of deal. It is actually a little bit like, I can't believe that I gotta do this, but at the same time, it's just like, well, that's the price of me being, you know, working from home too, you know? So, not much more to say about that, right? But, yeah, just, I'm doing what I'm doing, you know? Yeah, we're not moving yet. So, I wanted to get in. I was actually looking at doing Frostpunk, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold off on Frostpunk 2, to be exact. Or the new cycle. I think one of those two. There was actually a couple games I wanted to get into, but it was just like, you know what? I need to make this, like...
Whatever!
I need to make this, like, a short night tonight. Just for the simple fact that I just gotta do what I gotta do, you know? So... Dread Knight. But yeah, it's like I had like a work is a bit of a slog lately, thanks to one shitty customer. That's why I'm thinking early bed. Tomorrow, maybe my one day to get a ton of work done before they wreck everything again. Oh, it's that type of customer. And yeah, I like, at least for me, right? I have what you call it? Like I just got stuff to do tomorrow, and it's just not unfortunate. It's just that I don't know know if I can do anything. I'll put that in. Not as good spot for that guy. But like, even today, like during the day, I was like, you know what? I have things I gotta do, and I'm just gonna do them. Like I went in and applied to a couple of jobs, like regular jobs. I did another audition for a book today. It came up. I was like, ooh, interesting. So I went and did that. Checked a couple of my emails, just kind of like follow up on a couple things, just try to make sure everything was okay. Then I even went and I have a, so my bed, the way it's set up, right, is I quite literally have my clothing underneath my bed. I have like a set of drawers underneath my bed. It's like a day bed setup, so it's like sideways. Anyway, so I went and I was like, you know what? I basically just gotta find room for all my clothing, right? My mother keeps buying me clothes and I love her to death, but I'm just like, I don't need all these clothes. So I ended up going through my like clothing and getting rid of all, like a bunch of old stuff, because I'm like, I don't need this, don't need that. I'm like, I have shirts like the logos worn off them and everything. So I basically like tossed those out. I got like shirts with holes, like, and you know it's like a good comfortable shirt when it has a hole in it. Plus, let's get away with it being bastards to us. So I'm on my own. Whatever, I guess we have other customers I have to take care of. Exactly so. You got to take care of your customers, my dude. Screw you, boss. But yeah, I basically like went through my clothing today and I got rid of stuff. I just find it funny because my mom's like, well, somebody should stop buying you clothes. I'm like, yeah, mom, somebody should stop buying me clothes. She took it not to heart, but like just like, oh, you know, it's a whole joking thing with it. So I love her to death, but it's just like, I don't need clothing, but damn it. And I was putting in, I'm basically, the clothing that I need, or like don't need, is like short sleeve shirts and like, whatchamacallit, short sleeve shirts and like, the other stuff. And shorts, right? That's the two things like I really don't absolutely 100% need. And it's just like, I feel like every single instance my mom goes, yeah, mom, man, professor, but good man, reduce your clutter. I'm still looking for clothing to get rid of. I've unloaded a fair amount since I moved out. Yeah, dude. So I went tonight. So all the like shirts that I had, these were like shirts that I used so much of them. They had like holes in them. But they were comfortable, you know how that goes. You have a comfortable shirt or pair of pants or something, and you constantly wear them until they have holes in them or until they fall apart, right? That's my motto anyway. Yeah, because I think like I'm not changing to have 10,000 pairs of shirts, 10,000 pairs of shorts. Like I'm not changing a lot, right? So it's just like for me, it's just like I don't need all this, you know. It's just, so all the stuff that had like holes in it, like if it had like a drawstring on the front and the drawstring's broken or missing, I got rid of it, you know. It's just like, it makes sense, just get rid of it. But it's just like so much clothing. I literally, by the time I got done, I quite literally had like a huge pile of clothing. I mean, I'm talking about a huge pile of clothing, just sitting on my floor. And my mother's like, oh yeah, just take it and put it in a pile and I'll sort through what I would need to use as rags. So now she has like a huge pile of rags, and she's like, oh, I'll go through it. I'm like, all right, you do you. And I mean, like, it's not a small pile. It is a big pile of rags. But it's just like, it felt so nice to like clean up a little bit, you know? But still, at the same time, it's just like, I'm like, I don't need all these clothing. I don't. Because I technically don't. And these are just the like clothes I have underneath in my drawers, you know? These are not clothing that I have like in my closet. That's a whole different bucket of books that I haven't dealt with. So, am I gonna deal with it? Probably not anytime soon. I forget if there's any way that I can skip any of these interactions because I don't.
Take this! Here!
But yeah, I went through my t-shirts, shorts, all that stuff. And I was like, what can I get rid of? And I got rid of like a bunch. Like long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, like regular pants and shorts. Yeah. It does feel good. I'll feel better when I take a second round out of my storage room. Yeah, I keep saying this. I work from home anyway. So it's not like it's a huge, difficult thing for me to, like, do it. But at the same time, it's just like, whatever. I'll just take care of it, you know? It does get a little bit annoying, you know, having to go through everything. But at the same time, it's just like, it's worth it, you know? And, yeah, I did that today. I really... What does it tell me? Are you sure you want to end your turn? Well, there's nothing else I can do, right? Like, I got no random people? Yeah, no, I got no random people. I don't know what the hell you want from me. I'm still amazed that I have clothes that are 30 years old that I still wear. See, the thing is with me, at least with my clothing, right? Or the stuff that I own, is that sometimes a lot of it ends up getting used for like garbage tees or whatnot, right? And again, I work from home, right? So I don't have to worry about getting dressed for work. I can literally sit in my like pajamas, and that's my uniform, you know. So. Because technically, if my dad always make fun of me, he's like, "Oh, you wear so many shirts and stuff like that," and I tell him, I'm like, I don't. Is that
I'm gonna break you!
Jump this way. Is that what is it called? Like when I was like doing my regular job, like I was going to work, I was changing from pajamas to work clothes to something comfortable after work, and then back into pajamas. So it was technically 3 or 4 times a day I was changing clothing itself. And my dad always he's always, "Oh, you gotta stop changing so many clothes." I'm like, "Dad, I'm changing less than if I actually went to a full-time job." And I know he's busting, like he's joking, but still at the same time, I'm like, I am changing significantly less. Now, there are some days where I do end up like going out, right? I have to go take care of a couple chores and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, what I'm doing is so significantly less than what I've been doing. And I joke about this all the time, but I always say my family's like a bunch of hoarders, right? Because like my father, he keeps like a whole bunch of crap in the basement, like old chairs, because he wanted to keep the bases, right? Or he keeps like old record players and stuff, because well, he likes to listen to records or whatnot. And it's just like it comes down to it's just like we don't need any of that. Like, can we just get rid of it? Is that like a suitable thing to get rid of, you know? And like my mother, she keeps like a whole, again, a bunch of clothing and stuff. It's just like I think it's time to get rid of that stuff, you know? I don't think it's needed. You know what I'm saying? I can get rid of this guy or get rid of this. This would be in firing range, so
Get out of my way!
gotta be very careful, because if I remember in this game, if she dies, that's it. Oh, actually, we could do this. Okay, good. Let's do a regular Dread Knight. I need more towns. I still have a radio that I got for Christmas when I was too bad. I don't like listening to the radio anymore. Yeah, my father, like, he's a hoarder of technology. In fact, I think I'm not sure if you guys listened to last week. Oops. Don't worry, it's just my throat. I have to fix this. Ow, god damn it. Ah, that hurt. But like last week, I had, what do I call it? I went and I, nope. Can I get closer? Yes, I can. Last week, maybe it wasn't last week. The other week, I went and I had to put things away in our attic, right? So our attic has to go. We were putting Christmas decorations away, and I was just like, all right, we got to get rid of some of these boxes. And I was going through boxes, and I do admit, like, I hoard boxes, right? But it's just for the simple fact that I need a spot to store manuals and stuff, right? So I go and I basically hoard the box with the manual inside there, especially with me, because I'm a technology guy. So, and I get things with like warranties and stuff. So I'm like, I really want to make sure that I hold on to this box for warranty's sake, so I'm able to bring it back to the store, right, and get my warranty on it, right, or change it out if I need to, right? I don't necessarily need to. I went through it, and I'm like, well, this is stuff that I've had for over 3 years. This is stuff that's just hitting the 3-year mark. I just got a brand new computer, so everything's just kind of like in that box anyway. So I took everything and I just threw it in my new computer box, you know? And I basically, the whole hallway was filled with just a bunch of boxes. And my dad was just like, Mike, are you all right? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, I just need a little baggie. And he's like, for what? I'm like, for screws. Because that, all the hardware, right, that I get is from, from doing all those transactions and stuff. Okay, so 36 and 18. Oh, no, that would be reversed. So it's just like, but like, yeah, I was making such a clutter and noise and everything. My family was like, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm 100% okay. I just need to clean out this mess so I can move on with my life. And I literally, huge boxes for like monitors, computers, computer parts. I had stuff for like action figures. I'm like, honestly, I'm not gonna be selling these action figures, because the value of them is relatively lower than if they were, you know, in the box themselves. But at the same time, it's just like, you know, fuck it, I'll get rid of it, you know. So just to kind of get it out of the way, you know. I need to read. Mission Codex. Let's see. Ragnar leaps into the air. Upon landing, she deals 65% of the damage she would inflict at full health to surrounding units. Groove, charge, speed, seal. Okay, so basically, I can do shield jump right here.
You're finished!
Okay. Can attack that. I think it's better if I do this. Yeah, but anyway, going back to what I was saying about the story, it was just it's basically for me. It was just like it's like a clean experience. It feels so well to get out of there. I even found like a box of cards. We're talking about like baseball cards, football cards, basketball cards. I don't know any of their values. I literally have to go and I got to bring them to like a card shop to get them analyzed. I might have to do like a little bit at a time so I don't like miss anything. But it was just like, it was just the right time for me to just basically grab as much stuff out of the attic and just get rid of it. I brought my old guitar from the attic. I'm like, I don't play the guitar. I'm like, I honestly, the only reason why I wanted to play the guitar is because it's a different instrument to begin with. I've always had this fascination of playing like a guitar, playing a violin. I've always wanted to get a violin and play a violin. And I think that was just like a outlet for me to go and do. But yeah, it was just like, I learned a little bit guitar, but at the same time, I feel like I really didn't go through it. That reminds me, I got a bunch of hockey cards to get rid of. I'll probably get tired for it all. Well, honestly, see, the thing is with the cards, you know, is that you just gotta figure out how much money you gotta like go through them, right? I found cards in like the box of cards that are like worth $5. They're probably not worth that much on the whole, like when I actually go and do it, but at the same time, it's just highly, I guess, unnecessary. Like, if I go and I bring it to like a place, I'm just gonna say, look, just give me the best pricing for this stuff, and let's move from there. Because what else are they gonna do? Like, what else am I gonna do with it? They're basically just there cluttering up space. That's all they're doing. I need to know your firing acquisition range. How do I do that again? Is it Q? So it was 2 to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that doesn't make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, isn't that movement? That's range. Maybe it's the same. I think it's the same. I'm not too sure. So, alright, I'm gonna wait one more time so I can get a ballista. Like, I literally, like, I started, so for those that don't know, I use ChatGPT a lot. So I was, like, using ChatGPT to, like, evaluate the cards and seeing, like, what they're worth. And after a while, it's like, you know what, forget it. I'll take like a bunch of them at a time, bring them to the local card shop, and be like, how much is this worth, you know? And if they say, you know, these are like 50 cents on a dollar and I'll offer you $20 on it, hey, I'm $20 richer, you know? Because that's what I'm seeing, you know? I am like in no need of football cards, baseball cards, stuff like that. So they're all from the same era too. They were like from the 90s. So it's just like if they sell, they sell. If they don't, they don't. That's where I'm at right now.
Get out of my way! Yeah! I'm gonna break you! Ah!
There we go! I beat Caesar this time around. Going back to the late 60s, never kept them for the value. I kept them because I like cards. I don't care if I don't get a lot. They have to go and try them out, just toss them out. Yeah.
I won!
You construct use one of the finest words from throughout history. It's only their cunning and especially their might. And what do you do with these gifts? You brawl with the dog. A dog?
What?
I don't even know if... See, I don't even know if I beat him last time, but apparently I did this time, and I got an A for that. Nice. Okay, so we got that done. I don't think I did this one. Or maybe I did. Oh, yeah, I did. The flags are there, so they're, I did do it. An old friend, deep in the lost soul leagues, Emmerich decides strange things call from strange magic. Yeah, that's the same thing with me too. It's just like, these marshlands have an unusual property or made to take advantage of the barrier between the world of dead, world of living is particularly thin here, and riddled with a certain type.
Father.
Could I talk to him too? I'm afraid that would be impossible. Only the one who casts a spell is able to speak to the spirits. I'm so sorry. Sandy, you talk to him for that.
Thank you.
It's like that is like such a cop out, you know? Yeah. I think like
I have a spell for this.
Are we gonna get attacked?
Amory, listen.
We don't have much time. You're all in a
isn't
great
safe.
dinner, I know. Wow, those guys appeared out of nowhere. Wow, there's a lot of them. Am I gonna have to like do this at one at a time? This is gonna be annoying. Yeah, it's just like at this point in time, I don't need those cards. I think I got them from I don't know where I got them, you know. I think like I don't know if it was a family member or if it was
This should do the trick.
like a neighbor or something. But I have all these cards. I'm like, I don't need these. So it's just like I have a bunch of cards. I'm like, I don't need any of these. See, one of the things, also another thing that I gotta do is I have actually original Pokemon cards. I mean, like the first generation, Gen 1 Pokemon cards. And I know I took like a bunch of them and I glued them inside a frame. Not like with like destructive glue. We're talking about, it's called like rubber cement. It's a glue that you can use, and it just provides a tacky surface, right? I don't know if it actually did wreck them or not. I gotta find them. And because I had them in the picture frame, I gotta find the picture frame. And basically, that's another thing that I gotta like get rid of, you know? Because, again, Gen 1 Pokemon cards, there's gonna be money in that, you know? Okay. Turn.
This should do the trick.
Can be used to both different playing offensively as offense with its own range with other crits activated. And then we should be placing.
This should protect us.
But yeah, there is
This should do the trick.
But yeah, I've been like cleaning stuff out. I have my Oculus Rift, the original Oculus Rift, not the new one. Like sitting around, I'm like, gotta get rid of this. You know, it's a lengthy process because I also have to get them listed as well. When I say listed, I gotta take them and basically put them up on Facebook Marketplace. Okay, I can get rid of them. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind keeping this stuff, but at the same time, it's just like, I just need to get rid of it, you know? Oh, that's not gonna be good. Stay alive, dude. Okay, at least he's still alive. I need to... Yep. Okay, how do I want to do this? 81, 63. It's just funny how like we think we're gonna use it. I remember this this video I saw a bit back. Not that far back. It wasn't like it's an ancient history video. Basically, it's this guy and his father. They make videos together. And the running joke that they actually have is that, or at least the joke that they, one of the jokes that they had was where they were like, I need a piece of wood that are specifically these dimensions. And the father's like, or they said, oh, we need something specifically this size, right? And they gave like an oddball dimension. And the father was like, oh, I don't know. And he's like, wait. And he runs into the basement and he goes into the scrap pile of wood. And he ends up finding the size that they exactly need, right? And they made like a whole big shebang out of it. And for me, I'm just like, yeah, that's with like everybody, like even with me and my woodworking stuff. I keep a lot of scrap materials just laying about for no apparent reason, because I think, oh, I can use this in some way, shape, or form. And it's just like, I don't need all these scraps of wood. I don't need all these little bits and pieces and bobs and stuff like that. So, and again, it comes back to like, it is absolutely not like, again, going back to like hoarding, right? My family is kind of, we do it. We do that hoarding. You made it. Listen. What's happening now have begun eons ago, before Final Harmony, before Cherry Stone, great war between nation and for guy and
Merciful.
You must listen.
You must listen. More undead. Oh, just fucking talk, dude. I'm gonna guess I gotta go probably all the way up here to the gravesite, right? Oh, we got freaking flyers too. Yeah, there's gravestones over here, so it's probably gonna bring us all the way up over here. Blah. Okay. It's just funny. I found it extremely funny because I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much how everything is done, So. Is this mountain? Yeah, that's mountain. Okay. I think these are the only guys that actually do it. I took a bunch of offcuts when I moved out. I found uses for a lot of them while I was still there. Yeah, see, that's the thing too. Like, I usually keep offcuts and then I end up using them in a project or two. What I really kind of want to do, haven't done it in a long time, is make a... So, one of the things I like to do is make resin bowls. And the reason why is just that resin works so well with shaping, because it's hard to mess it up, right? If you mess it up, you basically can just pour new resin and that's it. You know, you just put it inside a container, pour new resin, and bada bing, bada boom, you're done. And one of the things that I like to do with the resin bowl is actually use scraps of wood. Basically, like take little chunks of wood or some like little bits and pieces like sawdust and use that in the project. So it's just like, because it's a way for me to just kind of use every single little piece. I'm not made of money and wood is very expensive. So it just kind of makes sense for me to do that, you know? So what I've been doing is I would usually take sawdust, right, and do it that way. But the thing is, these huge scraps of wood, right? It's hard. I can't exactly just simply cut them to size.
Cherry stones defend us.
You know? That would just be too much, you know? So what I want to do is basically, they make machines, they're like wood chippers, but they make them smaller. They're about $300. They're nice little things to have around if you have like random branches and stuff you got to cut down or get rid of, right? And go, got rid of that. And I want to get one of them when I can afford one. And basically just throw all my scrap wood into this chipper. And whatever it is, if it's pine, if it's oak, if it's whatever, right? All of it goes into this chipper. And then I get a variety of colors. I'll mix it a little bit, right? And then I'll use that variety of colors into like a new resin bowl. So technically, it won't take as long to do.
This should do the trick.
Get rid of that guy. Let's get you here. I'm gonna fortify my position up here. Okay. Because I even have like a ton of like scrap chunks of wood from my logs. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do with this. It's just, they basically sit around because I got like nowhere to put it. No, like I can toss them into the can, but it's just like they can still serve a purpose, you know? I know it's stupid. It's a stupid thing I'm saying, and it's just like I always end up finding a use for it. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I could use it for this or whatever. At the same time, I keep saying to myself, just get rid of it. Oh, I don't have any cash. Do I not have cash? Oh, I think I'm out of cash. Yeah, I'm out of cash. Shit. Can hit this guy over here, or this guy. Let's do this guy. But anyway, it was just to me it was just a funny bit because they made this a big thing out of this small piece of wood, you know, because it was the exact measurements that they were looking for. But yeah, not saying my family are hoarders. We're not hoarders. It's because we have that mentality like, oh, I can use this for whatever, you know. I'm going to use it later. And like even my mom, she tends to keep a ton of stuff as well. A lot of it's big furniture pieces too. Like we have my grandmother's great grandmother's cabinet and stuff like that. And it's just like, I understand the sentimentality behind it, but it's just like, I think it's about
I have a
time to
spell
get rid
for
of it,
this.
you know. And I get it. It's like from my great grandmother, or it's from my grandmother. I understand, 100% understand it, but it's just like there's a time and place to keep things, and time and place to get rid of things, you know. So, and I think it's just like it's getting close to the time and place of getting rid of things, you know. We only have so much room. Like, it's kind of funny when we first moved into our house, right, our current house. My mother, she's like, "Oh yes, let's like furnish the basement." I told her straight up, I'm like, "Don't do it. You're gonna waste money," right? And she went and did it anyway. And here we are. Our basement is full of
This should
stuff,
do the trick.
and we have nowhere to sit down. Right? My sister bought like a whole was sofa set, right, for the basement. She was like, "Oh yeah, we'll sit down," and she did sit down. My sister did sit down there actually quite often, but it was just like there's no room to sit down there anymore because look of your stuff laying about. You know, there's my father has his desk. He has like a desk down there. He technically doesn't use. We have like a spare TV. Again, nobody uses. We have like a nice little fireplace thing down there, like an electric fireplace, portable. Like nobody uses because nobody can sit down there. I'm like, and I told her, I'm like, you wasted money furnishing the basement for absolutely nothing. And that's what happened because I know my family. And that's what happened in our old house too.
You must listen.
Yes, we're trying to get you over there. That's what happened in our old house too, where we like it's just like my family was just like a little too late for this, so they made like a playroom for me and my sister to go into the basement, right? We had a semi organized basement. I'm gonna say semi organized because really it wasn't organized. So in our basement we had an area that it was mostly supposed to be used for storage. That's what a basement is used for, cold storage. And then after like many years, me and my sister are all grown up, right? I'm in middle school, my sister's in high school, I'm just going into high school and everything. And they decide to like furbish the basement. And I'm like, don't do it. I'm like, it's not worth the time or energy, you know? Because it's so stupid. They kind of like, my father kind of halved it, you know? So he put like up these metal studs. Okay, we were speaking of a war. It took both the great existence of monster bloody struggle. Who died? There wasn't a land enough to bury them. After a decade of conflict in an ancient called cacophony, acting in despair and desperation, sought to end the bloodshed once and for all. They brought something into the world, something that it couldn't control, something evil. Not the fell cult.
No.
No, a weapon of far greater power. Its name was Requiem. Are you kidding me? Where is he gonna go now? Of course, all the way over here. I think I'm just gonna have to move. I can't spend too much time doing this. But it was just like it was so janked. It was so janked. He put up these metal studs, right? And then he put up these fake wood. Well, maybe they were real wood, but they were fakeish wood walls, right? They weren't like super heavy duty. They were just like, all right, cool, they're here, type of setup. And it was just like, you looked at them, you're like, all right, whatever. But the room, there wasn't enough room, right? Because we put a sofa down there. We put like a couch, right? We put a couch down there. We put a couple things down there to basically create like a little sitting area for us, right? And again, I didn't have much friends my sister, she was always going out because she was older, right? She had a car and everything. So it was just like, again, a moot point to be had in actually doing this. Like when I was little and we were having random people come over to do like play dates and stuff, all right, makes sense. But at the same time, it was just like,
Cherry stones, defend us!
it was stupid. Like we had my, I used to do a lot of Legos. I actually still want to play with Legos. But we had, whatchamacallits? Let's go with this one. If I can get rid of this person, then I can try to move on to the next section. I think this really, it's all about movement than anything else. Like we had a big chest full of Legos. Legos that I built and basically accumulated up. And then we have like a pinball machine. We still actually have that pinball machine. It's sitting in our basement, but it's not like set up or anything. And it's like, in order for you to play the pinball machine, you had to like slightly move it out, right, in order to play it nicely. We had a old box TV, like we're talking about projector screen box TV. And I'm not talking about like these the fancy digital ones. We're talking about like old. I call it. Me and my sister call it the keyboard style, right? Basically, in order for you to like watch anything or to change the channel, you had to push in a thing and it would go chunk, and it will lock into place. And my family, my father was like, "Oh, we've had this since we were married." And I'm like, "Yeah." When I was like 10 years ago, you know, 10 years, more than 10 years, you know, 14 years ago. It's just like, doesn't make sense. Anyway, going back to what I'm saying, it's just like, my family are always like doing the complete opposite. And it's actually kind of upsetting to me. Because I'm just like, I'm always pointing out the obvious and like, don't do that. It's just going to be a waste of money, or like, just get rid of it, right? And it's just like, they're like, no, keep it around. Like, even now, my mother still has her coffee table that I don't think I've played with Legos since I was years old. I wasn't very creative with Legos. I usually just kind of built them with the sets and just play. I did try to actually play, like, build stuff, but now, like, my brain didn't work like that, you know, when I was younger. Now, though, my brain works like that. But not anymore. But not when I was a kid. So, let's go.
I have a spell for this.
But yeah, it's just like my mom hoards furniture. My father hoards stuff. I hoard boxes, and my sister hoards clothes. See, me and my sister, we have actually gotten better with our stuff, though. You know, if we need to get rid of it, we get rid of it. You know, like my sister, she's like, I need to get rid of clothing. I'm getting rid of clothing. Me with boxes, I get rid of boxes all the time. It's just like, I don't need this one. Get rid of it. Because there's no need for me to hoard boxes and manuals and stuff like that. I might have to redo this level and just kind of like speed through it, you know, run it.
This should protect us.
See, I can't get blocked in right now. I gotta keep moving. So anyway, yeah, it was just like, so we had this little playroom. Wow, and it's just like we don't need it. You know, even now, like my mother made the excuse like if we wanted to hang out with our friends. I literally never hung out with my friends in our house. Like if I wanted to hang out with any friends, I would go. We went out. We saw a movie. We did something else. You know, we weren't constrained to being at home. And I guess it's that mentality that we were still kids. You know. There we go.
Yes.
Creator sought to wield it just like any other weapon. Requiem, however, had its own ideas. Its creators really are probably too late. They did finally manage to banish it. While a high price was exacted, a sacrifice must be made to seal away the darkness. Even so, Requiem was not to weaken, merely contain, anchored to the soul of the princess of cacophony. Oh, isn't that scary? I still sleep shackled in a dragon's cradle. And now Falum seeks this Requiem.
Emery.
Emmerich! I can't hear you!
Merciful!
Tell. Mercy.
Okay. Hey! We beat it. I miss him
My
so much.
queen.
He loves you, Mercia. This Requiem, what are we going to do about it? Dad, he wouldn't have brought it up unless it was important. But right now we have to focus on getting to heaven.
I agree.
Yeah.
Everybody will leave first thing. Victory! I don't care. I'll go back and do ranks at a different day. Correct, now play as Emmerich in arcade. Okay, cool. Cacophony in there. Alright, let's go to here. Play machine. Empire! Emmerich. Mercia, stay back. So much trouble just for me. I'm flattered.
Who are you?
But I am secret, High Emperor of the West.
Queen Mercia.
And you can reserve her to meet in America. Back off your bat. I've heard of her. She's
My
dangerous.
queen!
How foolish.
This is my fight!
But yeah, like so.
Hey!
So who am I playing as? Do I control these people? Oh, I do control them. That's good, I guess. I don't know. Can I? Oh, she needs to make her way that way. Oh, I control these guys too. Oh God, no. I need to figure out the range things on here again. Oh, okay, yes, that's the range. Okay, then we're gonna go down. Literally no capture points here. I mean, no.
I think I'll take this.
I need to get to here. Send somebody down that way. Again, here. I hate when the target is not adjacent to its own. Effective against other flight. Weak against those. Guess we can do another relief. But anyway, it's not to say my parents are bad. It's just like, oof. I think it's just misplaced, you know?
think I'll take this.
But anyway, yeah, going back to the whole hoarding thing, it's just that my family has so much stuff. And some of it's sentimental, obviously, and other stuff is just like, God, can we just get rid of this? Like, at one time, so I had a bed frame that I was trying to get rid of, my old bed frame. Now, my old bed frame was just, it was still in good condition. It was still in good condition. The major issue with it is just that we were getting rid of it. We were getting a replacement bed. It actually gives me a lot more, my current bed gives me a lot more room to work with right now. And what ended up happening is just like, we had this bed frame and I tried to sell the bed frame. And it was $300 for a full-size bed frame. What it comes down to is that nobody wanted to buy it. And my mom just kept on saying, oh, just try to sell it, try to sell it, try to sell it. Meanwhile, we're storing it in our house. It was sitting in our basement for the longest time. And I said, just toss it out. I said that to her. Said that to my father and everything. And it wasn't until like very, not recently, but like last year, when they finally said, okay, we're gonna, my father just chopped it up and tossed it out. Which is fantastic because now we have a little bit extra room. When I say a little bit, I literally mean a little bit. It's not like a terrible lot. So it's just like, so it's just, again, it's just a matter of getting shit out of the house. That's the stronghold. That's a regular thing. Close that. Guess I can make another leaf wing.
How foolish.
Now again, I will admit that I do have things laying about that I could get rid of, and I fully admit to that. You know, there is most likely a number of things I could take a look at and be like, all right, I can get rid of this. A lot of the stuff that I do have though is into faster air-to-air unit. There we go. And a lot of the stuff I do have is board games, right? Stuff that, and also my stuff for Etsy. You know, I got that laying about too. But even the stuff for Etsy, it's like I'm using that stuff. The board games, not so much. I can take it or leave it. Honestly, I probably could try to sell a lot of the board games that I do own, right? So, but that was stuff that I was initially holding on to because I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play more board games with my friends, right? And we just never got around to it. Now I don't do board games anymore. Oh, she only had one heal on her. Oh, you dirty bag.
I think I'll take this.
But yeah, for the most part, I've been getting rid of my stuff left and right, you know? Even if it's just to kind of like move things, you know? Just feels so good cleaning up. Don't think you need a ballista. I need a... We'll do a knight. Just need him to start patrolling down here. And I think that is it. Yep. Nine 46. I feel like I'm gonna lose some of these people here. But yeah, anyway, what I was saying with the whole thing with my room is just like, just to get things cleaned up. Oh my god, it feels so good to just like move things out of the way
I think
and
I'll
like
take this.
take it and dump it and get rid of it. Now, but the thing is, now I got more stuff back in my room again, because it's just like it's all sitting around now because. Now I got like my playing cards, not playing cards. I got my baseball cards in my room because I'm trying to sell that. I got my guitar outside my room trying to sell that. But people are like saying, "Oh, I'll give you $20 for the guitar." I'm like, it's still a use. It's not. It wasn't a cheap guitar to begin with, but it's just like I'm not gonna sell a guitar for you to you for $20. You know, I would be willing to lower down the price a little bit, but not for $20. You know. Like I do again. I want to get rid of it, but I don't want to be ripped off either. You know. It seems like every time I clean up, though, it's like 2 steps forward, 10 steps back, and I'm just like, I look at things, I'm like, I just want to get rid of it, you know? Even like the baseball cards, I'm like, I just want to get rid of it. I think tomorrow, if I don't have anything pressing, I'm just gonna go down to the card shop and be like, look, I got these, I want to get rid of them. How much can you offer these to me? or again, like I said, probably take them in bundles and be like, look, I got these. How much can you offer me for this, you know? Produce cheap. Do a leafling up here. And turn.
Brace yourself!
Decent CDs I'll dig out this weekend, go through it all. If I can unload at least half of it, I feel content. I'd like to rip the CDs, but what a chore that is. You know what the sad thing is? The whole thing with CDs and everything, it's just like we kept on pushing to a point where we're like, okay, I don't need CDs anymore. But at the same time, it's just like now every company's like, oh, you don't own the material anymore. What was it called? Xbox, not Xbox. Jeff Bezos, right, of Amazon. He was saying that he wanted to implement a way that you can play. You don't have to own consoles anymore, right? The way you can do it is basically you rent space on a server, right, and you can play your game through that via a subscription service.
Here I come!
Like, don't get me wrong, that's cool because then I don't have to worry about like setting something up, right? But at the same time, I want to own my system, my game, my computer, my Xbox, or whatever I purchase. I do actually, technically I have an Xbox. I should sell that too. But just to like have it physically here, you know? And I know we got rid of like the CDs, but that honestly, I feel like that does help a bit with clutter because like all the games that I had on CD or have on CD still, it's just like it created a clutter, you know. For me it created clutter. So it was just like it was a great, like when they did that was like nice because we can at least get rid of one extra thing around. I don't like them saying, oh, you won't be able to play your games anymore. That is one thing I would be like. I like to keep digital copies to a lot of it, but it's never for me. I haven't listened to it. What am I doing? I don't own a boombox anymore. I know, right? Because a lot of the technology, if we again cut it back to what we have and what we don't have, a lot of the technology, we went away from things that were capable of doing that. You know, CDs and DVDs, VHSs and stuff like that, right? That was all, you know, we went away from that because we improved technology. And with improving technology, we ended up with this setup where everything is digital, you know? You have it all saved on systems or in the cloud or on a server somewhere, right? And it's nice because it's paperless, but at the same time, when you start hashing out, it's just like we spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, trying to basically support this setup, you know? And then people, now these companies are turning around and be like, oh, you don't own this, you don't own the games. Even like these big gaming companies, right? They're shutting down servers because they're like, oh yeah, nobody plays this game anymore, and we're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to keep a server running for this game. We're gonna shut it down, right? And I understand they should make it, right? Even like I'm sure everybody heard of that whole thing that was going on in what's it called, England, right? Where they were wanted to prevent people from basically losing their access to games, right? Because we're the ones who purchase these $60 games and whatnot, right? And I think it's still going on in Europe, but basically they were saying, look, you put these games out there, right? You made these downloadable games. This is your problem, right? We own these games. You can't just arbitrarily just take these away from us. And that's true, you know? They can't arbitrarily take games away from us. But at the same time, we can't expect them to keep paying hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, what the company should do to prevent them from getting lawsuits, right? Because if I don't own a game, then I guess pirating is means that you don't own a game either. You know, anyway. What I was saying is that then you got to make it so that the game is still playable, either through a LAN-based system or through a downloadable setup that's only supported on that console or computer or whatever you're downloading it to. You know, that's the only way you're gonna get around that. To make it perfectly 100% legal for anybody to use or do or whatever. You know. You can't now. If you're subscribed, now I fully agree. If you're doing a cloud-based service like Xbox or like even what you call it, like Nvidia, right, where you pay like a subscription fee, then that's understandable because that game is pensioned on the subscription, right? You're tying it to subscription itself, which then. For me, I think that's a little bit nicer because then if I wanted to get rid of the subscription or like I don't want to play certain games, then obviously I can get rid of it. But if I'm just maintaining a digital library of games that like I play, okay, I think it's worth it because then at least it's. But the games have to be included in on that subscription. So if I am paying $20 a month and they're giving me access to hundreds of thousands of games, then I think.
Huh.
It's a teleport unit that let me bring in a friendly unit right next to me. Ooh. Teleport. Wait. Teleport. Oh, okay. So I'm basically paying for a unit just to come over here. Alright, cool. Well, one of my own units. So, like, then doing it for $20, like, I think that's worth the sacrifice. But again, it comes back to that. If I ever wanted to go back to that game, let's say in 20 years, right, and I don't no longer have that subscription, all my information is gone unless I go and decide to buy the actual copy of it, you know. So it's a double-edged sword on there, you know. Do I want to do a whole subscription service, pay $20, get unlimited access to everything, or do I want to do just kind of like wait for like get the physical game myself, or a copy of the physical game, or what have you. See, I should wait until it gets some more cash, and then I can teleport a ballista or something in here. Alright, we'll do that. And I know, and that's also with like CDs and stuff like that. I haven't listened to a CD in years, right? So it's just like, for me to even like listen to music, I just go to Spotify now. I'm like, whatever. It honestly, and I don't pay for Spotify. I don't. I think paying for removed ad service, all right, cool idea, you know, because then you're giving an ad-free service because you're paying for it. But at the same time, you got to make it worth my while, you know. And having Spotify technically, you know, some form of factor free, I can put any music on there and basically enjoy it for myself. You know, I don't have to have, and it could be from anywhere, you know. I don't have to look for the CD on it, or I don't have to like special order it, or it's just, even like some creators that are not that are on YouTube, they end up putting their stuff out on Spotify. Honestly, I think I kind of want to do that for my channel as well, but I don't know if that's really gonna work. I'll do it with this stuff.
A little help here?
I don't know how well that's gonna work. Let's just say it like that. That ballista should have blasted through that, man. I remembered when I tried to, like way back in the day, right? I had a boombox that actually recorded, right? So there was this, it was from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, right? There was literally I had a tape on, right? And I wanted to get it like transferred over to a CD or something. No, it was something, I forget what it was. Anyway, long story short, I wanted to get it onto like a tape or something, and I went to do it on my boombox. So at first, like, I was blasting music on my boombox, right? Thinking it was recording onto this tape. I think it was playing from a computer or something like that, and it didn't record. I'm an idiot, to say the least, but yeah, basically you have to have a mic hooked up to the boombox in order to record the audio. So that's my bad. That's my bad. It was just funny. I totally forgot that guy was there. But, like, yeah, so, again, it was entertaining to have, but keeping a digital library is just so much easier.
What?
Quick, Marcia, we have to get out of here as fast as I'm coming. What are fill bats? Oh, Jesus. Oh, wow. It's a good against everything. Okay, cool.
I can't wait! Ha!
I'm just trying to start looking at a little CD startup that was on Amazon. If you see one like that, it's not a ton of cash. Could be convinced to keep CDs, but may just be stalling costs. It's not worth it, man. Like, it's easier just to do again.
Here
Like,
I come!
like I do. I have a Spotify account. I actually had a Pandora account as well for a while. And basically listen to stuff off of Spotify. Technically, I could be on SoundCloud too. I have an account for SoundCloud, but I use that for my voiceover stuff. If you guys don't know, I actually have a voiceover channel called Michael Reed's Voiceover. Michael L. Canis. Michael L. Canis voice acting or voiceover. So yeah. Anyway, I put some of my demo stuff on SoundCloud. There is a way to integrate SoundCloud with Spotify, but it's like a whole. Again, it comes back to the whole subscription thing. I would say just get rid of it, dude. Don't keep it around. Throw it out. Throw them out. Throw them out. Throw them out. Throw them out.
Yeah!
die on me, Nuru. I'm gonna have to back up and get.
Here I come! Ha! Ow!
I do this, but I just saw a little CD stereo I wouldn't mind having. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of your CDs. I can guarantee you, for that one song on that CD, you can do Spotify and it'll be quicker. Oh, Jesus. For that one track on that one CD, you don't need to buy. It's a waste of money, dude. At this point in time, it's a waste of money. You can go get Spotify, pay for it $20 a month for ad-free service or whatever service that they have, right? Or do a free thing. You can listen to that song as many times as you want. You can chill to it in your car or whatever you want to do with it, right? Not worth it, man. Not worth it at all. That is a lot of damage. Fine, I anticipate. You know, ever since I lost my Spotify account, now it's a rotten with ads. I don't listen to it very much at all, and I don't seem to be missing it. I don't listen to Spotify a lot either. You can probably listen to shit on SoundCloud too. But as to what I was saying, like, I listen to audiobooks all the time. Like, really, like, for the off chance that I actually, like, listen to music or anything, right? The only thing I really listen to is some, like, heavy metal stuff when I'm feeling up for it, you know? So, it, like, what was it? Wind Rose or whatever that group name? I, like, listen to that. I listen to stuff from, what was it called? Valhalla Calling Me. I listen to that quite often enough. Okay, hit you. Valhalla calling me. And again, like, I listen to some C.
What?
Like, I listen to basically a whole bunch of like random assortment of things.
None shall fall while I still stand. Healing aura.
It's not like I listen to it all the time either. But majority of the time, I'm pulling, like, when I open up like my cell phone, I listen to audiobooks. Just nothing but audiobooks. Oh, it definitely costs more if I do it that way. Whatever. I don't think I'm gonna win this. I don't think I'm gonna win. My character over here is boxed in. I needed to get down here quicker. And the oven forgot to turn the pan on. Well done. In about 4 minutes if it's cooked proper. Ooh. That doesn't sound good, my dude.
I think I'll take this.
God, some more soda. No more soda for me. Yeah, I knew I was not gonna. All right, let's try this again.
Hey,
Yeah. Keep it away clear. Blah blah blah. All right, cool. So these two got to go that way. I'll get another flying right now. Go over here. She has to go around. She has to
I
capture the
think
building.
I'll take this.
I'm planning to try to get this speed run done. I'm not going to heal right now.
I think I'll take this.
Okay, nope, we're going to wait on that. Okay, I'm going to put you there for now. I think that is it. Go. The other thing is we got to make sure that we claim this stuff down here as swiftly as possible, right? Or else we're going to get stuck in a situation where we're not going to be able to do anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very good for now.
Oh, fool.
Okay. Okay, good. I need, we'll get a green guard.
None shall fall while I still stand. Healing aura.
Ugh. go. If they're not, I'll go barfing into the mouth too hard. That does not sound good, man. Sounds like they're not cooked. Sounds like they're overcooked at this point in time. They're chicken strips. According to the meat thermometer, they were at 100 degrees Fahrenheit at the center. I'm eating them. All right. Oh, let me tell you something. Here's a really gross thing. So when I was young, I mean like really, really young, and I just started basically nuking stuff in the microwave by myself. You know, it was basically like when I got home from school, you know, and I was like cooking my own stuff, right? I would cook chicken, right? But I was following not the recipe, but I was following the directions, right? On, you know, cooking it for XYZ amount of time. So I was like, okay, I'll cook it for now. Every time I cooked the chicken, it wasn't, to me, it looked still a little bit gooey on the inside. But I was like, well, they said it was 5 minutes or whatever amount of time it was, right? So it must be good. Now, this was when I was like 10 years old or something like that, right? And I would just cook it, and I was like, all right, I'll eat it, whatever. And then when, like a while later, not too much later.
Huh.
Okay, yeah, teleportation, blah, blah, blah. My sister was like, hey, how long do you cook this stuff in the microwave? She's talking about the chicken I was cooking. I was like, oh, usually I put it in for this amount of time. That's what they recommend, right? This is what they like say to do, right? And she went and cooked it. Then she went to cut it up for, I'm not sure, she went to cut it up, I guess, for her lunch, right? And she's like, Michael, this isn't cooked all the way through. I'm like, really? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's what I do it at. And she's like, Michael, you can kill yourself by eating it like this. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't know how to respond. It was just like, all right, I guess, yeah, you know? It was just, like, now that I've kind of reflected upon it, I'm like, ew, gross. But at the same time, it's just like, that was me when I was younger, you know? 17, 11. Okay. Then we got these fuckers over here. So yeah, I was basically eating semi-cooked chicken. I never got sick or anything, thank God, but still. I was essentially cooking and eating raw chicken. you could have killed yourself eating it like this. Am I dead? Well, no. Then you don't know what you gotta eat it. Yeah. So anyway, I ended up. I learned a very valuable lesson in order to basically ensure that all my food is exactly cooked like it should be. I go now and I make sure that I throw it or put it into the microwave, or cook it. Like the first item is just like a test batch, you know. It just tells me if it's at the right temp and all that stuff. I've had like stuff that was overcooked, so. I really gotta sign out of Reddit. I don't even freaking. I don't go to Reddit anymore. Reddit's a shit show. I wonder if I can get a wagon over to the person. Block that path off with that. I think we're doing better, possibly. I don't know. But yeah, so now I basically have to calibrate food so that I don't end up overcooking it or undercooking, which is a learning lesson to say the least. I have actually burnt a lot of food and undercooked some others. Well, I'm at the point where I'm kind of satisfied with how I'm cooking now. Basically, it's just a crapshoot half the time, but like I'm still getting like hot dogs. So I cook hot dogs on a daily basis. That's pretty much like my lunch in a nutshell. I have a hot dog. It's absolutely gross meal. I do like, but it's just like, hey, you know what? Whatever. I eat it. I consume it. It's fine. I move on with my life. But it's just like I could do so much better. Okay, there we go. Again, I want to see if I can get this over to the person. Move you over here. Attack. You, 72, 55. Let's get rid of you. Okay, that person. Get another knight. Little better today.
What?
I'm here to help. Healing aura.
There. Well, we'll know in a thing or two if I can do that. I need like a bit more cash. Ah, okay. Yeah, but now I cook everything correctly. In fact, like I kind of disregard whatever the rules are on the outside of the package. Really, the outside of the package, I feel like it's so like loaded, right? It's like.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, if you want to cook it, we recommend these settings. Fantastic. You're recommending these settings, right? But then you go, and it's like never cooked at all, because they always, you know, they implement how they implement it. They're like, oh, we're going to give you these
Calling
settings to work with,
reinforcements.
right? These are going to be the base settings for you, right? And it just never is like 100% right. Because every time you cook something for yourself, not everything is the same. So they always give you like the recommended settings on what you should cook it at. So it's always just like a crapshoot. Like again, like for instance, I have hot dogs. I usually eat hot dogs for like lunch or something, or just like a quick meal, right? And it's just like, I'm like, all right, whatever, I grab a hot dog, right? And it always turns out that the hot dogs are never exactly cooked 100% of the time. And it also varies from thing to thing, right? Like, it could be slightly overcooked or slightly undercooked. It all depends on, like, the hot dog brand you buy as well, right? Or whatever. Okay. 19, 39, 35, 38. Hit that hard. Go over here. Type that. Get that. Go this way. Back. here, another swooper. And then we'll do another slasher. But yes, that is my harrowing journey on cooking with myself and not being 100% great at it. I learned actually how to be good with the grill. If you give me a grill, I'm good at that. You know? Microwave, you know, it's just not great. Like, microwaving stuff is great for, like, quick meals, but I would rather, like, cook something. But, again, I am a lazy...
What?
I really would not, because then I have to, like, clean everything, you know? I would rather not sit and clean things. You know, I would rather sit and eat. Gonna make sure she retreats. I don't want her dying now. That. Move you up. We're basically at the end here. I kind of want a more drink, but I'm gonna get to bed soon, and I don't want to get a stomach ache. I get horrible acid at night. For the little dinky things like pizza pops or quickly eating leftovers. Otherwise, they're perfect to cook the meal properly, even if it needs dishes. Yeah, that's what I get. Like, I do agree with that. There we go. Yes, I'm so tired. Okay. This means nothing. You've simply earned them a pretty free price. Their deaths are inevitable. Wow, you're a real sore loser, aren't you, lady?
This is
I am
tiresome.
adrift in the sea of morons. Yes, you are a moron. Oh, she brought up a good point with the whole moron thing. This terrain is no joke. You're right, but Emmerich, these dunes we must be in heaven song.
Yes.
You're right, my queen. We've reached the border.
it.
We did it. There would surely be a heaven song battalion stationed nearby. Border scouts positioned to stop marauders from the Lost Lake stealing into Heaven Song. That's great. We'll let us summon enemies. All right, cool. All right, so congratulations, you unlocked the puzzle game mode. Awesome. You unlocked additional lore about Sigrid. I kind of want to do another round, but honestly, the quicker I get to bed, the easier I'm gonna do. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you about this. What was it? Yeah, so I don't mind cooking. I just need to know what I'm cooking. I make some banging some good salmon, right? And I typically do grill the salmon, but like I marinate it overnight. I lose this is full of skeletons. Pick a new name maybe. Typically what I do is like I marinate it overnight in like a hot sauce type of setup with like sriracha sauce and soy sauce and stuff like that. Very like hot. I don't really notice it. Like I'm not very like bad with my tongue or whatnot, right? With heat, but it's like I really don't notice the whole heat aspect of it. But it's what I ended up doing. I usually take a fillet. Right, a salmon fillet, right, a 3-ounce salmon fillet, and I would put it into a bag, 2 bags filled with all this like ingredients, leave it marinating overnight, right, and so it sits in this bag overnight. Then the next day I have to take it and I put it on the grill and I cook it on the grill, both sides. Now here's the thing, I don't think I'm marinating it correctly. I think my taste buds are kind of like duds in regards to like spices and stuff, because I need to have something very, very strong. Like for instance, when I use ketchup, I know it's a condiment, but I have to have like a lot of ketchup in order for me to taste it. you know. Same thing with like salt and pepper. I have to kind of like douse my food in like salt and pepper in order for me to taste it, you know. And then like even like if I use other stuff like cinnamon or cardamom or cumin or like allspice, I really don't taste any of it, you know. Eat at recommended portions, like I would have to dump in like a major amount of it in order for me to taste any of it, unless it's like a very like heavy tasting food, right, or heavy tasting spice or condiment. I don't taste it at all. Like if we take mustard and we put on my hot dog and it's just a little bit of mustard, right, and if we like wipe it off and everything, I can still taste mustard. Ketchup, not so much. Yeah, I don't know why that happens like that, but yeah, it is what it is. But all right, I know we only got a couple levels done, but I think we are done for tonight. I need to get to bed a little early tonight, or else I would actually keep going. It looks like each one of these maps are like an hour each, 2 hour, an hour each. So we start this one. Then 2, then 3, 4. Yeah, no, about half hour each. They are. So, well, I gotta get to bed or tonight. I gotta get up early, for some stuff tomorrow morning. Then Friday we'll be back Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most likely, I don't know if I'm going to be doing Assassin's Creed Shadows. Maybe I will, just to kind of like round it for Fridays, and then we can start working on like Frostpunk 2 or another game for next Wednesday. I do want to bring back the VR stuff again. I just don't know when I'm going to schedule that in, because if I'm doing 3 days a week, right, I might have to like squeeze it in on a Saturday. But I've been using my Saturday for like a longer episode, so I can have time to sit and record and edit. Like even this past Saturday, I did Mind Mongol, and I pretty much did the final episode. But now that I'm taking like a second look at it, I don't think it's going to be the final episode. I think we're going to be doing another 1 or 2 episodes at least out of it, and maybe a live stream night to round it out. So we're looking at, what's it? That's 3, 4. So maybe 1 or 2 more episodes of that. Anyway, kind of like losing my track here. Sorry, guys. Thank you all for tuning in tonight here on Command Wolf Gaming. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream tonight. And did you guys know on YouTube, only about 10% of you are actually subscribed to the channel? That's right, only about 10% of you are actually subscribed to the channel. So to make sure, hit that big red subscribe button down below and hit that bell notification button to be notified on when I'm updating the channel, because I'll be updating the channel as often as possible. For instance, like live streams. That's right, I do live streams. Every live stream is every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Again, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And if we do any special live streams, like late night live streams, you want to be notified on when I am going to be doing those. So you got to make sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below and hit that bell notification button to be notified on when I'm updating the channel. Now, if you do want videos a week ahead of time, you gotta make sure to take a look at my my Rumble channel. That's right, my Rumble channel. My Rumble channel with videos will come out a week ahead of time than what you would find on YouTube, and also they would be less edited. That's right, less editing. So basically, if there is a huge thing with blood and gore and whatnot, right, you'll find it on my Rumble channel unedited in comparison to here on YouTube. So yeah, if you do want to help support the channel, we actually got a couple different options for those that are on YouTube. You can take a look at the tip link provided down below. That's right, there is a tip link that you can take a look at. In that tip link, you can go and leave any amount of tip. It is very much appreciated. It goes to me. Or if you're on Rumble or Twitch, they have their own tipping systems. In fact, I think Rumble now actually has a thing called the Rumble Wallet that you can do, which I think it uses some form of cryptocurrency, but you can pay in and out of it like easier. Not 100% sure on that, but you could do that. You can also go to my Etsy store. That's right, I have an Etsy store. My cell phone wasn't plugged in, so it wasn't charging. In my Etsy store, you can get a whole bunch of different things personalized for whatever you need. If you need for birthdays, holidays, weddings, and everything in between, or even just for yourself right now. I am actually still technically filling out orders for people who are purchasing from me. So all you have to do is basically find the item you want to purchase, select it, and basically like, hey, I want CWG's logo on there, or I want the Minnesota Vikings, or New York Giants, or New Jersey Devils, or whatever. You just ask to be put have that item put on there, and then we do it on there. So, and then we ship it out to you guys. Any battery operated items, like for instance lighters, we do not ship overseas, international, but we'll ship everything national wise. So the Jera, if you wanted to Zippo lighter, which is a lighter fluid lighter, I'll send you mail you that, but I will not buy you. I will not sell you an electrical lighter. I will actually refund you on that one. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. As always, like, subscribe, and share, spread the love, and I hope to see you next time here on Command Wolf Gaming, which should be Friday night at 7:30 p.m. and we'll do a